What it is, KNS gang? It's your boy Dino, man. Back again. It's been a minute. If you seen my video earlier, I was talking about, the fact that it has been a minute. I had burned myself out, man. I was doing too much streaming and, just had to take some time to get some other stuff done. But back at it. I do have a tournament coming up. I'm probably gonna wait, because I got things I'm trying to do with the money, but I'm gonna wait to knock these tournaments out. Because when I do it, I want it to be like a grand thing, like possibly have multiple ones going off at one time. But it's neither here nor there. It'll come when it comes, but just hold on with your boy. If you're coming back viewing the channel and everything, thanks for sticking with me. Um, but what I'm playing today, like I told in the other video, is this game called Bomber Crew. I used to play the game before it got all the extra DLCs that it has, and I'll show y'all that once I get done with, this first video. But it has DLCs, and so I jumped on it to play it, and I realized I had to get re-familiar with, the playing of the game, because I was playing medium to high risk, very high risk missions, and I forgot the whole work of the land on how to play the game. So I was getting towed up, and it was at risk of losing, everything I worked for, because this game is unforgiving. It's a Bomber Crew is a cartoonish World War II time frame, um, tactical air tactical flying game. Um, and it pretty much is bare bone but intricate in ways that make it very appealing for you to come back to. So the original Bomber Crew, I played all the way up to a point to almost beating it, but I didn't want to beat it, and I walked away from the game. And then it came out with two DLCs, the secret missions, which I'll show y'all that, and then it came with the U.S. Air Force, which this is the DLC that I'm playing right here. So, and just to show y'all what it's like um, from start, when you first start out, all the way up until when you get hella missions deep, like my original save file, which I'll show y'all that. Um, this this one compared to the original one is like night and day differences. Like I'm gonna go over everything. Uh, we're in Algeria. Um, we've flown 4 missions, 58 fighters destroyed, traveled almost 3,500 miles, destroyed 8 targets, lost no bombers or crew. We've spent 15,000 towards upgrades for the crew and upgrades towards the bomber aircraft. Um, we've taken 4 recon photos and we haven't lost anybody. That's the overview for this DLC of the Air Force. You go here, press R1 to get recruits. When you have a full crew, you won't get any recruits. And then you come over here to your crew gear, and here it would be my pilot up there, the first one. Then this my mechanic. So pilot, mechanic, navigator, radio operator, gunner, bomber, technician. Um, and pretty much I got everybody with the same outfits and everything. Um, with one of them being the DLC, it gives you like a survival flight sweater. It helps you when it gets cold and all that other stuff when you got to go to high altitudes and stuff like that. But you can get different things to help you for different missions with armor and survival points and stuff like that. Same with every piece of clothing. This is the material for survival stuff. So sea survival, land survival, combined survival vest. Um, it costs a grip, but we ain't got that for them yet. Same with gloves and boots. There's other things, but we'll get to that at another time. Press R1 again. You will go to their training. Um, the pilot's at level 5, so he can do the emergency landing, the bailout, which tells everybody to grab a parachute, which you might want to do that manually if you ever had to do it. But everybody should grab a parachute and then bail out, and the pilot will be the last one to do it. When you do that, you want to be at least at a medium altitude to give yourself and your crew time to grab parachutes and exit the vehicle and have time to pull their chutes. Low altitude would not be a great time to do that. If you're at high to medium altitude, you should be good. It's also got the emergency dive. Now, in the early levels, you want that because if your engines catch on fire, um, again, you want to be at a high to medium altitude to take a nosedive to put them out manually. Once you get to a certain point with upgrading your aircraft, you can install fire extinguishers for each engine that you have on your plane, which is 4. The corkscrew is a skill that you use to avoid enemy gunfire and everything. Again, all those except for emergency landing you want to do at a high to medium altitude because a low altitude will screw you up. Sometimes your plane can be perfectly fine and you do an emergency dive and you overshoot it too much at a low because you're already in low altitude and you will clip the ground and you'll blow up. So yeah, the engineer can do lean or boost. That'll either stretch out your gas that you have on the bomber so that you can, accomplish the mission, get there and back. Or it has boost if you need to fly out of a dangerous situation if you catch yourself in a situation where you're in radar distance and you got to get out of the radar circle in time, so you hit the boost to try to speed up. Or if you're doing a bombing run with multiple targets and time is getting low, you shoot boost, you should speed up. Um, his secondary training as a pilot, just in case the pilot gets shot, he can grab the wheel and he's unlocked emergency landing and bail out. Our navigator, they ranked up and they have custom headings so long as we have view of the ground or the sky after a certain point. I think the next one is star navigation. So if you're up in the sky and it's nighttime, as long as you can see the sky and the stars, you can also navigate when being down low is not an option. And secondary skill is a gunner. I don't know why I said gunner. Might retrain them so they can be it's probably because where she's sitting at, she right there, she can hop off and get the shooting. So that's probably why I did that. The radio operator and their secondary skill is a navigator, just in case the navigator gotta go shooting and whatnot on the gun. The radio operator can do what they need to and then hop over and navigate right quick and get us a good heading, navigate us to where we need to go, and then hop back on the radio until we need to navigate again, somebody get in that spot. Then you got the gunner, you shoot, plain and simple. Secondary skill, engineer. Something go wrong, you can do the engineer's fuel things with the fuel, um, and other things come available later on. The engineer is the one who puts out fires, does the extinguishers, make sure the fuel is straight and stuff like that, and fix anything. So his secondary is an engineer. This gunner is probably located close to the radio. So just in case the radio operator is navigating because the navigator is shooting, um, and might have to go and do something on the radio right quick, he can hop off the gun, go to the radio, and call that stuff in. Andre, He's a first aid, secondary, and he has the skill focus, which when you're shooting, you have a closer shot pattern and you hit the targets a whole lot easier. Um, Burns is an engineer, secondary. Primary is a gunner, and I made him an engineer because he's in the back of the plane, and sometimes you don't have the ability to have something you need to fix in the front, and then have to walk all the way to the back, and it's a tough time. So somebody in the back needed to be able to do something and fix something in the back of the plane so that people aren't running from the front where there might be a situation just to go fix something in the back. There's too much time in between. So we got an engineer back there. We had to give up one of our guns, but we can get things done. And then we have Stone, our bomber technician. They can arm the bomb. Anybody can arm and drop bombs, but the only thing that the bomb aimer really has that's significant or whatnot is they can jump from the front gun or side gun down to the bombing area, and they can take pictures from medium altitude. You ain't got to be low altitude to take a good picture. They have the ability to be a medium and take a good picture. And we made them first aid like we did Andre here, because they're respectfully in the front of the plane with Stone, because the bombs are up front, controls are up front, and then Andre's in the back. He can heal the guys in the back. You want to cut out time in between some of these things, so that's why you train people a certain way. So that's training. This is our aircraft. Now, since this is the World War One version, I have more crew that I got to look after and get in there and move around, and that can be tricky. I'm still getting used to it, and y'all gonna see when we fly this mission. Um, you earn different paint jobs for the plane as you play along, or when you get the DLC. Some will be available off rip. Think like this one. I pretty much got all of them. Um, got the D-Day, got the Hawaii, Navy Black, Sub Hunter, Sunset Pink, Yankee Doodle, the aluminum red trim. You gotta unlock the yellow trim in 4000 and desert camo. So I got all the main ones on the main game. It's stuff I still need to get over here on this file, because this is my first time on this file. There's like different things for the engines. So yeah, wing guard and whatnot. So way start. But yeah. So the engines, you need to have either standard or lightweight. Standard gives you, as you upgrade your engines, they get more stronger and increase your lift capacity, so you can add more stuff to your plane. But sometimes they get stronger and decrease your lift. So it would be best to get the Mark II over the armored one, because the armored one offers the same amount of strength and durability as the standard offers the same as the armor engine with durability, but the armor one doesn't lift as much. You know, you actually lose when putting the armor on with that, but you increase 500 with the weight that you can lift up with the standard Mark II. And as you upgrade, lightweight engines, they're not as strong, but they can lift more. And y'all will see that in the other ones. Now, our Our cannons, we have cannons everywhere the same. Um, 303 with 2 guns, and it's ammo fed. Now, in the original bomber crew, um, we get the Mach 2s. They offer more damage. They're 50 pounds heavier though, and they offer us more shots per second. But the original bomber crew, they got it to where you got to play, and when you run out of bullets, you got to leave your cockpit to go get bullets to bring back to your weapon to shoot again. And those precious seconds can be life or death when you're in a mission, because enemy fire is coming at you and flak is around you and all sorts of stuff. So you always need to have an ammo fed gun if possible. These are the starter levels. So until we get more research development up there in the blue magnifying glass, we're just limited to the Mach 2 or the Mach 1s right now because we don't have no money to upgrade them. And those are weapons for all around, except for the right cheek. We don't have nothing there yet. Then you have your electrical systems and stuff, and it gets more durable as you upgrade them and whatnot. So yeah, you got your equipment, the heal, parachutes, put out fires and stuff. So we got 2 racks. Racks cost 1,000. We ain't got nothing for the front, just the back. Fuselage, the armor and whatnot. So it's from front to back. And we ain't got enough money to put a dinghy on here, so if we go down in the water, our survivability chance goes up. And we don't have a pigeon, so if we go down behind enemy lines, that they can find us. But once you get all that straight, you come over here to your missions. This is a bombing mission. So we would go bomb this airfield. If we go bomb this airfield, the next mission bonus is the enemy armor is down the next 2 missions. So that means that when fighters come into our area or whatnot, we can shoot them down a little bit better because their armor is down. Enemy damage down. If we completed this airfield mission, that's 2 of the same airfield. Yeah, if we did this airfield mission, the enemy damage would be down for 2 missions. So as they shoot us or they got flak in the air or whatnot, we wouldn't be hurt as bad as we could be if we didn't have that perk. This is a bombing mission. Offers 500 in research. And this is a search and rescue. It offers 500 in research and 3,500 in money. This offers just 2 grand in money and 350 in research. 500, 35. It's high risk. So I want to get the armor down so I can get this one. And then we could do this one. So yeah. So I'll do the well, actually I'm just gonna do one of them right now. So let's go ahead and do this one. I'm gonna do this one, just one mission. I'm gonna do one on my other one. This plane, by the way, is called the Markell, which is the god of war. If we start to go down, I'm going to quit this game so I don't lose anybody. So come over here, take off, take off. Once you get off the ground, raise your gear. Yeah, low altitude. Go that way. Look at our map and where we're going. Now we got enemies. Arm our bombs. Go ahead and open doors and then send our shooter up front. About to turn around. I use my focus so my fighter could hit him better. Where them fighters at? Alright, go up here. We can do a custom, but went down. I should have been making our gas go further by doing that. Radio for recon. You want to radio for recon when you can, for real, so you can know what's around you. See, like all those hazards. So we gotta avoid that first one. Oh wow. Trying to go straight through. No, we got company. Yep. Alright, we got our bomb location. Shooting like trash right now. And I move our bomber down to the bombing chair. Oh Lord, we gotta get him. Radio operator. are getting tagged. Oh shit, we gotta get high. We are on fire. We got an emergency dive right now. Oh, we about to crash. Lord, we about to crash. We are barely hanging on, Lord Jesus. We are about to crash. More? We are getting cooked. More? We are gonna crash if we don't do something ASAP. Shoot the other guys. Oh my god, we about to freaking die, bro. We're about to freaking die, bro. We are getting cooked. Y'all need to focus and focus now. Oh my fucking god. We are getting cooked. We ain't gonna survive this. Yeah, we done, boy. They are cooking us. Come on, we can't lose another vehicle, bro. Whoa. Oh man, they are tagging the fuck out of us, bro. Bro, we shouldn't be up here still. We about to blow the fuck up, son. They left us. Did they leave us? They left us with little to nothing. I'm telling you. People are almost dead. We got barely 2 engines. Bro, we got tagged. We weren't supposed to survive that. That is the most intense mission that I have had by far in a long time. Oh Lord, hydraulics out. Them fighters was trying to get us, boy. If I ain't switched that heading, we was gonna be toast. This plane is on the verge of dying. We only got two engines. Thankfully, they held up. We gotta land. Come on now. Oh, come on. And see, that's tough. I don't know how we returned back. That was tough. Now, usually when stuff like that happens, in the file I'm about to show y'all, I call in a friendly Spitfire convoy to help, with the fighters that we face and everything. But boy, jeez Louise, that was crazy. So now a mechanic can do an emergency dive to put out fires like you watched us do with our pilot. The mechanic, secondary trait for both the gunners, Burns and Wells, has went up so they can also fix things. But you see, I couldn't afford to let them go fix something. I just used our engineer for that already because I needed them on the guns, and we barely made it through. And our bomber Stone, now when somebody's hurt, we can send Stone to go heal them. But man, that was a hectic mission. I didn't think we was gonna make it through that. Lost two engines before even turning around, in the process of turning around to head home, and was getting tagged by fighters losing health, and everybody held on and didn't go down. The plane barely held up. It's like we got out of enemy territory quick enough at the right moment. You know what I'm saying? So, thankful for that. There's more crew gear that we have now with headgear. So yeah, we can outfit everybody with a flak helmet Mach 2. The speed will be hindered, but they'll have more protection from getting shot and stuff like that. But yeah, in the aircraft, we got new weapons. We bought, let's go somewhere. So we got 50 cows now, and they're ammo fed. So we could install these over time because we barely got enough money for one, and they'd be stronger against the enemy and whatnot. Boy. Oh, it's cheaper on the waist gunners. On the waist, it's cheaper. Yeah, let's get our waist gunners than 50 cal. Yeah, upper's gonna be too much. Ball's gonna be too much. Tail's gonna be too much. Cheap though. Put one on the cheap. Literally only one. Our systems, too much. Hydraulics can be better. Our radars are already where we got it. Oh, we could have extinguished a fire with one of these. I didn't know that we had an extinguisher already. Let's go ahead and upgrade our extinguishers because we barely made it through that last one without it. So we had it, just didn't use it. I wasn't thinking. Got overwhelmed. But yeah, we upgraded everything that we could, and that has been the introductory flight that I showed you with Bomber Crew, and this is the DLC version, so you might want to start with the regular version before you play this, because that's just the 5th mission flown, and we got bombarded by fighters and everything, and I didn't realize that my radio operator didn't have auto tag, so I wasn't tagging them, and they was just shooting us up. So that was a lapse on my part. Like I said, it's more crew that you got to control on the DLC with the Air Force. And you got to move people around like I showed you. Had to go fix systems because they early on, and you going through all that while trying to keep the plane up, and then recon, navigate, fix problems, and you getting shot at. That is a lot. So like I said, though this game is simple, it's cartoonish to a sense, it is very, very, very gripping of your attention, and it will bombard you with a lot. And so that was our video part for Markell. Now, a cool thing about this game too is it's cool, but it's kind of sucky and sad. So the game I just played was with the Air Force DLC, as you can see down below, secret weapons, and then Air Force. I'm doing the U.S. Air Force. I'm fresh on that one, and I'm building up. So since I just came out the Air Force game and played that last, this is the crew right here. So the beginning of the game, the menu is set in present day time like we are now, and the crew that you're playing with, the most recent crew, when you start the game, they'll be put here as the museum's team of the crew that you're going back and playing as. And this is for the people that are currently on your crew from that game. So we got Wells, Ward, Mitchell, Peace, Alex, Andre Cranes, Burns, and Stone. That was the crew of the last one, and that was the World War II. Now the original bomber crew, and this is also a thing too. The original bomber crew, and on the Air Force, you have a memorial, and that's for both games. Um, so if somebody dies, they come here, and they'll be in this memorial. So as you can see, I've played files where people have died. I have lost a whole crew because either I didn't put them on parachutes or they didn't put them on a parachute when they bailed out. We crashed violently on land. We crashed violently in the water, or they got shot and we couldn't heal them and get back to the base in time, so they passed. Now they don't tell how they died, but everything I just told you is one way or another how every person on that list passed. I did some custom names on one of them. If y'all can see, one is named Shade of Fire. She was a great soldier, a great airwoman. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. And Dunny Smith Jr., that was the last person I lost. And I remember Dunny because this next file I'm going to, he's the lonely member who we lost. And this is my best save file that I have, the one I'm finna go to. And that's my best team, and he should have been right along, but during the early missions on Bomber Crew when I first started playing long ago before the DLCs. We had a guy named Dunny Smith Jr. He was a gunner, and he got killed. We didn't make it back in time. He got killed on his post, and we didn't make it back in time to heal him, and we had to fly the tail end of the mission with him dead in the back. So I remember that. And I started playing a new file just the other day. Well, today. uh, and that's the one I was going to show y'all about the game, but I decided to do the Air Force one so you can see the difference. And also, the Air Force one got more stuff than this one, and I decided when I showed you this one on the original Bomber Crew one, I wanted to show you the best so you can see what it is. So when you first play Bomber Crew, you will be a British um, or United Kingdom post, um, and in the World War II theater of combat. So I've flown 66 missions. We've destroyed 812 fighters. We've flown almost 55,000 miles. We've destroyed 101 targets. We've lost no aircraft loss. But we have lost one crew member, and that was Dunny Smith Jr. That's our only crew member that has fallen. But since we picked up another cat, he's been like he's been part of the crew from the beginning. We've spent $351,605 to dress up both our crew and our aircraft to make sure it is that we're prepared for anything. We've taken 74 recon photos, and we've never recovered a crew member because nobody's ever had to bail or we never crashed. No need to get recruits because we're full. But as you can see over here, we have less gunners than what you do on a United States Air Force one. So you only have two gunners on this one, a tail, a ball, and a nose. Those are the primary ones, but you can also add an undercarriage gun, a ball turret down below. And so what I do is one of my gunners that, uh, the gunner that's actually named after me, because I put myself in here, the gunner that's named after me, I put him in the top ball gunner in the middle of the plane. And when I need to go down below because the enemy is down below us, I'll switch to the ball turret below and I'll lay down fire. But since truly I feel that this one is better because you don't have as many people, so it's not as many moving parts. So I would strongly suggest you come here and play with this, get familiar, proficient, then advance with this before you take on playing the Air Force one, because you see how intense that was, and that was starting missions. Come over here to the crew gear, and I must say, you know what I'm saying, over here on the Palmetto Jo, we stepping, you know what I'm saying? For our pilot, Victoria Jones, and I named every one of these people. Victoria Jones is a 21 amateur astronomer. Hometown is Ipswich. She has 50% armor plated on her. Her speed is 43, but that's cool because she's the pilot. I don't need her to go anywhere or do anything but keep us in the air and perform maneuvers when she needs to. And she's a decorated pilot and has been with us the whole 66 missions. Um, she has on a thermal jacket. So let's go. Um, we got presets that I can fit her with, but it messes with stats and everything. What I want for my crew is for my crew to be outfitted with a proper survival gear. I want my crew fitted with proper survival gear. So what we have here is for Victoria. She has on the thermal flight suit, which offers 58 armor. Well, altogether, it offers that's her overall. So she's getting protection and thermal for when we fly high. And she has survivability if we fall on land. Her survivability is up by 51 points. If we fall in the water, it's up by 34 points. So, and it can get cold and she still be fine up to 52 degrees and all that. Headgear, she's got the flak helmet, she's got the advanced bottle of O2, and that's only needed when the oxygen system goes out. Um, but the plane supplies oxygen. It's only when you leave your station when that counter starts to mess up and you're at high altitude. So she can move around if she had to, but she don't need to. Um, but if the oxygen goes out while we're up, I have a minute and 10 seconds before she starts to lose oxygen. She's got the tough and survival vest that offers the bulk of the survivability that you see there displayed. She has the electrically heated mitten, so that keeps her warm when we're at high altitudes. And she's got the thermal boots. I would put the electrically heated ones on, but it would take a point off of her survivability and her armor if I did so. So, them 10 points of heat, are they worth the other points going down? I don't feel so. Um, then we got Jamal Sanders. He's 22. He's a cleaner from Bro. He's our mechanic. And he has on pencils so that he can move faster. Since he's a mechanic, I need him to bounce around everywhere that he needs to be. So that's why he's one of the fastest people on the plane. He's got on thermal mittens. He has a tough and survival mask. Hold on. Yeah, keep him with thermal mittens because we like to get high. He's got the tough and survival vest. I could protect him more with this, but it'll bring down his survivability, and I don't want to do that, you know? So we just keep him right there. Because he could always be armored up, but just in case we go down, I need them to survive. And he has on a winter jumper. And that's was actually, hold on. It's Thermal Flight Suit 3. Nobody else is even wearing it. So let me check something out because I might equip everybody with this. Land to go down, but the sea to go down one, but the land to go up, and then it survive the cold. But the speed would go down. That's why I think I didn't do it because I need him to be fast. Yeah, I need my boy to be fast. Need him to be fast. Our navigator. She really could have that thermal on. Cause she ain't going nowhere. She ain't moving for real. She's either gonna be in the front seat or the back. So she can pretty much get this as well. Skies. Skies would really only move from the radio to the top or bottom gunner, depending on what kind of tight moments we're in. But trying to think if I need her to be fast. She's pretty fast moving, but how much more damage can she take? 5 plus? And take, yeah, I think I'm putting her in the fight set. Richie, I still need Richie to be kind of fast. Put him in pencils. And I'll put you on this fight suit, my guy. And he just was slow starting out to begin with, huh? We got everything on the same. And Birch, I'm only really moving you from the nose and stuff. So we're gonna throw you with the thermals as well. So everybody got on the thermal flight suit. Except Sanders. I think I pretty much need Sanders to be quick with it. Bumping him to 63 is not quick with it. So yeah, that's our crew right there. Their training. This is what it looks like when you upgrade or you got to a point to where you got maxed out. So top flight pilot, we got emergency landing, bailed out, emergency dive. That's when you just need to get as low to the ground as low to the deck as possible before, without crashing or landing. Corkscrew, invade flag. This is just to move through the flag. Invade flag 2, the cooldown is reduced. Corkscrew, same thing, just the evasive maneuver is reduced. Emergency dive, the cooldown is reduced. And then my pilot can do first aid, but the pilot's never going to be outside that damn seat if there's anything we can do about it. My engineer Sanders, he can do both the lean or the boost, and then he has the cooldown is not as bad, so we can use it more often. And he's also first aid, since he can do one of those and then leave his post to fix something or anything. He's also a medic, and we'll get him out there to heal people in their stations. Our navigator is also our radio operator. They can navigate by stars, that one thing I told you that you could do once you unlocked it. So you can be medium to high altitude. As long as you can see the stars, even though you can't see the ground, you can still navigate on targets without worrying about flak and low flying enemy fighters. We can also call for recon like we did in the last one. But in this one, with this team, with James Love, you can do auto tag, and that'll tag every fighter as long as you're at your station, and that's very clutch. And you can call Spitfighters, and Spitfighters are planes that'll help you tackle enemies during the mission. And recently, earlier when I was playing, we unlocked Spitfighters Plus, so the cooldown is shorter, and we can get more fighters brought in. Now, I haven't had to put James over in the radio seat too much, But if I have to, so Sharon Skies can go fight, I will do that. Because Sharon is not only a dope radio operator that can do everything James Love can do, but she's also a gunner with the highest marks. So she can do focus firing, she can do defensive firing, she can shoot incendiary rounds and light them on fire, she can use armor piercing rounds, and she can use high explosive rounds to disperse groups of fighters. Um, she's a film director from Bishop Stortford, and James is a cellist from Briarley, 27, and Sharon is 21. Um, then you got our boy Daryl Ritchie. He's a knitting enthusiast from Maghole. He's 22, and he's our gunner and our secondary engineer. Then you got our third engineer who's a gunner, and his name is Joe Fulton. So he's not named after me. He's named after my granddad, who would have been old enough or right outside the age to fight in World War II. But this was his time frame. He was moving. So I named him Joe Fulton. So I really try to make sure we get home so he can get home. And then in the front, because that's where this is located, we have our bomb aimer who can only do the mid-altitude photo, which is specific skill for a bomber, but also a very skilled gunner, and that comes clutch. And Rosie Birch is a flautist from Alfred. Well, let's get to our aircraft. Like you said, we got all the paint jobs. So I got all the paint jobs on this one that you can unlock. That's the classic, the seafoam, the plaid, the air transport, assembly, cat plane, checkmate, the dark knight, golden eagle, the misty, the neo, the over the rainbow, the pearl, which I have now, the turtle shell, the woodland camo, the aluminum, battleship gray, Birmingham berserker, D-Day, the North African camo, pumpkin spice for y'all that like that, raspberry ripple, the Shackleton, the Sub Hunter, submarine blue, the little gramper, yeah, the olive drab, lemon salmon, Lucan salmon pink, banana yellow, identity crisis, the festive, the gift wrap, midnight blue, the London bird bus, and the Tiger Force white, and Percy the pigeon. And we're gonna keep it at our pearl. We got lightning bolts on the wings, and that's it. Something sweet and simple. But like I told you, when it comes to your engines, as you get further up in the game, you get standard engines that give you lift and armor, and then you get armor engines that give you more protection, but they don't lift as much. As you rank up, you'll get better ones, and they'll replace your old ones, so you will have a balance at some point. Right now, I have the lightweight engines on. They're not as strong, but they give a lot of lift. So with a 250 armor on it, but it gives us 3,250 lift. So I gotta make sure that gotta make sure my gunners are doing their job, so we're not getting hit in the engines, losing engines and dying. We only have one armored engine on this plane, and it's only got 1,500 lift for us. So they can shoot that one all day. They can shoot the starboard engine all day. You know what I'm saying? The right side inner engine, they can shoot that all day, but Don't shoot my outsides because I don't got the armor for it. And if I was to switch it, I wouldn't have enough lift to keep us in the air at all. We wouldn't be able to fly. If I switched it to anything, lightweight 2 would be weaker. So we got lightweight engines keeping us up, so our gunners need to be prepared, and they are. They have the best guns you can put on your plane in this game as of now. I think this might be the final one, but what I was running with was what I got from the DLC. I was running this before I got the DLC, so I was playing with something that was knocking out runabout. It weighed 950 and it was doing 373 damage, and that's pretty good in this game. And it's ammo fed, so you ain't gotta go back and forth. But once I got the DLC, it came with the 20mm cannons. You know what I'm saying? Ammo fed too. And I put those on, and I was rocking with that for the longest. But they're heavy, and then on top of that, I thought that was it. Then the 50s came along with 2 of them instead of 1. Oh no, I think I was playing with the 50 caliber machine, 50 caliber ammo fed. I think I was playing with that, if that's an option. Yep, I was playing with 50 calibers Mark 1 ammo fed, and then this came available. Or Mark 2s I was playing with. No, the Mark 3s. No, the Mark, yeah. I was playing with one of them. I think the Mark 2s, because I had those up here, and then these came available, and I said, nah, I'm gonna wait. So yeah, now we got 4 cannons, 50 calibers, and they Mark 3s. So them things is done busting, and we got an ammo belt, so we ain't got to worry about replacing ammo. And that's for both the tail, the underbelly, the upper turret, the nose turret, and we got 4 missiles we can shoot off at targets. Experimental air-to-air homing. You know, sometimes they might not hit, but for the most part, they hit targets that you have acquired. We have the most updated electrical systems. This is basic that you start with. First upgrade, third, fourth, and then the final one, the 5th. I think it might be the final. I'm not 100% sure. Hydraulics, version 1, 2, 3, 4. Radar, it looks like that. Well, I think it just stays the same. Extinguishers, we got 4 extinguishers. And they're all level 4. Our oxygen tank maxed out. And our fuel tanks are strong and less likely to leak, and they're self-healing. So if they do catch a leak, they only leak for a short time. We got equipment racks with parachutes. It's a parachute, an extinguisher, and a medic kit in the back. It's gotta be. The second one holds 2 parachutes and a medic kit. The third in the mid front holds 2 parachutes and an extinguisher just in case it's a fire. And the front holds the remaining 2 parachutes and a health kit just in case. So we have 2 extinguishers, 1 in the front and the back. We got 2 health kits in the back and 1 in the front. Our fuselage is pretty much in the finals of the armor. I don't want to put too much in certain spots, because then if something was to happen and one of the engines failed, we'd be so heavy we'd crash. So that's why I'm trying to leave a good amount of lift, just in case we lose something, we can keep ourselves high in the sky. But right now, I mean, I could upgrade and be cool. We got it on wings upgraded. We got it in the rear upgraded where our gunners are. Um, and in the nose, pilot's not as protected as we could be, but it's cool, man. Not trying to use up all our stuff. I could protect them though. I probably should protect them. I did the tail, so I should go ahead and just protect them and just leave the mid section kind of lightweight or whatnot. So yeah, I might do that. Keep our pilot protected. So yeah, we got that too. So we got around about 900 and some change left to wait. Survival, we got the inflatable dinghy that if we land in the water, it increases our abilities to 5. And if we go down behind enemy lines, we have the pigeon in the rank number 3 to help find us and get us home. Now these missions over here compared to the Air Force ones are a little bit different. So of course, you know, there's enemy fighters. All the top ones are the main game fighters that you have. All the ones on the bottom are the ones that come from the DLC. And I recently beat the last one like a day or two ago. So I'm sorry y'all won't be able to see that, but you actually will because one of these missions right now, the enemy armor is down for the next mission, and flak operations is down. Um, so one of these has an enemy ace. So I don't know if they gonna resurrect one of them for the sake of this DLC, because this is a secret weapon DLC, and I pretty much already got all of the fighters, but they might bring one back for that. So I might show y'all that. Um, but going back to the main campaign, um, back here we can blow up an ammo depot, kind of like what we did on the Air Force one. It'll give us what 400 research and development points and 3,000 cash, and the enemy damage will be down the next game. Um, or we can get 500 research and development and $10,000 by dropping the Grand Slam. Now, the Grand Slam in this game would be considered a nuke. You will be using a Grand Slam bomb. It must be dropped at high altitude to be effective. And when I tell you, I'm still trying to drop the bomb and then emergency dive so I can see the damage that it does, because that thing, it shoots up a cloud that probably goes to medium height, and I want to see it. But it's this game's version of like the atomic bomb. So I might do that mission for you. Um, or I can do the critical mission. There's probably gonna be a lot of navigating, um, a lot of fighters trying to shoot us down, and flak fire as well. And we got flak operations down for the next 2 missions, so I can do a different mission and come back and do this. Or we could go destroy a submarine pen with a bunch of carpet bombs. You know what I'm saying? And get 1,500 points as well. So what I'm thinking about doing, I could do this secret mission to show y'all what enemy aces look like, or or I can do this mission since flak is down and it's a lot of flak, and we can try to get a better look at that Grand Slam falling on target after dropping it to see how high, the thing really goes. So yeah, we'll see. I'll make my mind up and I get back to y'all. I'm finna end this stream because it's right out. It's an hour and 10 minutes, and I don't want to be in too much in between, too much in to one video to where you got to be like, oh man, go back to this point. We're gonna start anew and get y'all in the game. So if you stuck with me this long, thank you for continuing to be around, watching my content and whatnot, and learning about these cool games. Um, got stuff planned. It's just really life is happening, life is life, and I got a lot of things planned coming up towards the for the tail end of my year. So these next 2 3 months are about to be constant traveling. So while that's going on, I'm gonna be here and there. I got the dang PlayStation Portal, so if I'm able to be in a situation where I got decent internet service and Wi-Fi, I'll be jumping on there playing. But yeah, man. So KNS Gang, has been cool. Like, share, and subscribe. Next video coming, it'll just be the video with the Palmetto Jo. So, and we'll probably be doing this Grand Slam mission. So y'all stay tuned, and until next time, holla.